I think I'm only gonna make mini pumpkins for the rest of my life. Hey guys, it's Katie from Yarn Society. Today we're gonna put down our crochet hook and pick up a fun craft project. I'm a sucker for styrofoam crafts, and I also love quick, satisfying projects, and these little pumpkins checked off both boxes. We only need a few supplies, there's no glue required, it is a really quick and fun project. These are perfect for gifting, displaying, you can sell these at markets. They are just too stinking adorable not to make. So let's get started, we'll hop right into supplies and then we'll get started with our craft. For supplies, I used a 3-inch and a 1.5-inch styrofoam ball. You can use whatever size you have on hand or whichever size you find. You just need to adjust your yarn accordingly. I also grabbed a measuring tape for measuring out my yarn. I have a paring knife to cut my styrofoam ball, scissors, a yarn needle. For my 3-inch ball, I used a super bulky yarn. And then for the 1.5-inch, I used a bulky yarn. I used this color Made Easy that you may still be able to find in like Joann's and Michael's. If not, you could always use like a worsted weight yarn that you have. I also have 3 stem options. I used a cinnamon stick, these really cute tags by Monica Ray Makes Tags, and I'll link that below. She has an Etsy shop. And then I used this leather cord for the mini pumpkin, and I'll link this below. This was from Amazon. I'm going to be showing you all the steps on the 3-inch ball, but it's the same concept for the 1.5-inch. First thing we're going to do is take our knife and cut the ball in half. I like to score the ball first because it makes it a little bit easier to cut. And this does get a little messy, so pick a spot that's easy to clean. Once you make your cut, I like to rub the piece just to get some of those extra bits off so they don't get stuck in the yarn. If each side isn't even, that's okay because it's actually going to look even cuter when the pumpkins are at different heights. From there, we want to make about a 1-inch opening in the top. So take your knife and go around the top of the styrofoam and make a hole. I also like to rub the inside to get those extra little bits off so that my yarn doesn't catch it. If you're making the 3-inch ball, grab your super bulky yarn, and I like to measure out about 20 feet of yarn. I would start out with that, and then if you feel like you need more later for the next pumpkin, just cut more yarn. Once your yarn is cut, grab both ends and weave those ends into your yarn needle. Smooth out your yarn just to make sure there's no knots in the yarn before you get started. Grab your styrofoam half. We are going to take our yarn needle and we are going to go up through the bottom of the hole. We're going to pull our yarn all the way through until we have a little bit of a loop on the end. Once you have your loop, you're going to place your yarn towards the back of the wall through the loop. Pull your yarn all the way through the loop. And then once you get to the end, we're just going to pull that all the way to the top. That kind of anchors our yarn in place. Now we're going to place our yarn needle through the top of our hole. Pull the yarn all the way through, and that gets us started. So I'm going to pull these 2 pieces together, and then what I like to do is just hold them with my thumb, get my next 2 pieces set up, hold those in place, and then go straight down the hole once again, pulling my yarn all the way through. Then I do the same thing, I just grab onto 2 more pieces, laying them flat, and continue this all the way around the styrofoam. We're about a quarter done here, so keep on going. Okay, we're almost done. We still have some room in there, so just keep going. Okay, I made my last pass through. There's not much room left, and I'm pretty covered, and I'm out of yarn. So I have to call it at this point. From here, we are going to secure our yarn. It's pretty secure at this point, but we're just going to make a knot. And then I like to weave in both ends of my yarn. I just grab one side through my yarn needle, weave it through my yarn, and then you can just snip off the extra piece. Do the same thing with the other piece of yarn. Okay, our pumpkin part is done and it's looking good. Now that we're done, I'm going to show you a few stem options. Here is a cinnamon stick. It actually fits in there really well. So all you have to do is kind of push it down into the middle. If you wanted to, you could add a little dab of hot glue on the bottom, but it's really not needed. Our second option are these really cute leather tags. You can grab any piece of yarn that you have. Any color is fine because it's going to be hidden. And if you don't, you can just grab a piece off of your bulky yarn. You can pull a piece off there. Weave one end into your yarn needle. Fold your leather tag in half. Insert your needle. And then you can weave in your other side of yarn into your needle. Place your needle down the middle of your pumpkin and pull that all the way through. You can pull up to fix your tag, and if your end is long enough, you can weave in those pieces, or you can just give it a cut. And that's that. That looks really cute. This is one of my favorite tags. For the mini pumpkin, you can cut about a 3.5 inch piece of this leather cord, weave both sides into your yarn needle, and then pull it down the middle. Just be careful because you don't want to break your styrofoam. Once you get that through the middle, you just pull up on your cord and it will stay in there really secure. That's it, you guys. Our pumpkins are done. You can choose any size, any color, and really make it your own. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like to crochet, please check out my channel as I have a lot of beginner crochet tutorials and crochet alongs. And if you like more styrofoam crafts, please check out my DIY yarn tree for the holidays. Thanks again for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Yarn Society. And if you're looking for any free crochet patterns, head over to yarnsociety.com.